Well, good morning there, my wonderful stitching friends. This is Christine, and I'm here to start what I'm hoping to be a summer stitching vlog. That's the plan anyway, so that I don't have to think back at everything I worked on when I do my update. Let's see, where did we last leave off? Last time you saw me, it was the end of May, and I was finishing up my Mill Hill Mania, and I had some projects that I hadn't quite finished yet. Well, it is now June 14th today, and what I did after May is I continued working on this conch shell, and that's the only thing that I've stitched so far in June, and I just wanted to show that I finished all of the cross stitching on it just this morning. So this is now getting ready to have the beads added, which I'm really excited about. I think it just is really turning out pretty. And I'm excited to do the beads. So I was trying to think, do I want to start the beads on this, or do I want to finish doing the stitching on the butterfly that I was working on, the winged monarch butterfly, and the Halloween one that I didn't finish. So I don't know where I'll go with that, if I'll start the beading or continue to do the stitching. But I wanted to check in just to show that that's what I've been up to so far for the first half of June. Not much, haven't done a whole lot of stitching. I pretty much just work on this in the mornings, and that's about it. But I did want to show a couple of kits that I bought used on, or I'm sorry, not used. I bought them on Mercari. Actually, all right, let me actually put this off to the side here so we can see these a little bit better. Okay, so this is the first one that I bought, and it is called A Bird for All Seasons, and it's a Dimensions, an old Dimensions kit. I had never seen this before. And yes, you can see it's one of the real old ones, counted cross stitch. And well, you know why I was attracted to this one, obviously, because of all the birds. So yeah, I had never seen this one. It's one of the old ones. It has to have the floss sorted, but it has never been opened. So I'm excited about that one. Not sure when I'll start that, but I was excited to have it. And as you can see, this is the second one I got. It is called Lovely Victorian Home, and it is also an older one, but I love this. It actually comes, I feel like it comes with that mat. Maybe it doesn't, but it's a round one, sort of in an oval shape, so I just think it's so pretty. I don't know why I was attracted to this. It's not my usual style, but there's just something about that scene that just really appeals to me. I can just see myself sitting on one of those porch chairs right there, stitching with some iced tea, enjoying the view of the sailboats and the wonderful flowers. Yes, it's a very cool scene that I love. So it also needs to be sorted, but I enjoy doing that. Yes, it looks like the fabric is dirty, but it's not. That's just on the outside of the package. This package has never been opened. So I'm excited about that. That's pretty much all I have right now. I'm going to try to keep these clips short. You may see this at the end of June, but if it's not very long, I may just upload it maybe at the end of July. So we'll see. Hey guys, well, I'm back, and I have to say some time has gone since the last clip you just saw and this clip. It is now the end of July, July 29th to be exact, so we'll assume that 2 months have gone by since that last clip, and I'll have to say that I didn't get a whole lot of stitching done this summer. I'm going to show you what I did do, and I apologize if I'm repeating myself, because I can't remember if I had finished the stitching on the conch shell in that last clip that I just showed you. If not, I'm going to show you that I did finish the stitching, but I didn't do any of the beading. So, like I said, I do apologize if I just showed you this and you're seeing it again. But stitching is done, and I just haven't really done any beading yet, because when I stitch, I've either been stitching outside or just kind of you know, in a spot where it hasn't really been conducive to doing any beading. So that's why I thought, well, I'm just going to keep stitching. So I put this off to the side and still have not done the beading on it, but I am really excited to do the beading on it. Okay, then I'm pretty sure I probably didn't show you that I finished. So the other one I was working on that I started in May was the Monarch, the Winged Monarch. And I don't know if I showed you that I finished the stitching on that. Well, okay, I can't say that I finished the stitching on it because I sort of stalled after I did most of the stitching. But if you look, I don't know if you can tell, like right here, this background is almost the same color as the perforated paper. And I just wasn't sure if I was going to stitch that, if it's necessary or not. I was almost thinking of trying something new with this one and cutting it out, kind of like you do the small ones, you know, where when you're done, you just, you know, cut real close to the colored stitching all around here. And I was thinking about just trying that with this one instead of stitching the background and keeping it as a, what is this, 6x6 or 5x5? Yeah, it's a 5x5. So I don't know. I sort of put it off to the side because I didn't know if I was going to do that or not. But so I basically have most of the stitching done on this until I decide further if I want to cut it out or do the background. So beading is next. So I have all this fun beading that I'm getting ready to do, and just looking at it right now makes me really feel like beading. So the colors are just so bright and wonderful. And yeah, I was thinking if I cut this out and then maybe mounted it, you know, finished it in some kind of way, maybe where it was like dimensionally mounted against some scrapbook paper or something like that. So yeah, I'll give it some thought. I still have it, you know, the fabric still hooked to it, and you know, like I showed you how I did. Oh, I really love adding fabric to these and sticking them in a hoop. It makes it so much easier to stitch them. Not really necessary for the small ones, but for the buttons and beads, I really do enjoy doing it that way. So I finished that, and then I think I went a while and I wasn't stitching any of the mill hills, and I worked on my balloon glow by Dimensions, and I didn't. It's on my stand, my floor stand. Should I grab it and show you what I did? Yeah, let me go grab it real quick. Hold on, or maybe I'll just take you with me in there. Hold on. Okay, I just decided to go ahead and grab my floor stand. So this is one I bought at a garage sale. I have no idea, never did find out what kind it is. And it sat and collected dust after I bought it for probably a couple of years. And then I finally started using it this year, and I pretty much have this one project hooked onto it. So it's kind of just, yeah, it's sort of dedicated to just this project. So I had originally was doing this thing where I wanted to do one string a day on this to try to make progress, and then I just completely, I don't know, just lost my mojo on this one. So I don't work on it very often, but I have made some progress on this bottom corner, and that's about it. So my stitch along partner and I sort of lost our mojo a bit, and we both said we were going to work on some greenery. She's working on the complete other end of the pattern. Pretty much I worked on this corner and she's working on that corner, and we both kind of said we would finish working on the greenery that we're working on right here, and then we were both going to choose a big colorful balloon to start working on up top. So we were going to do that, and then I don't know, I think, I don't know. You know, life just kind of gets in the way, and you know, lose your plans. I need to actually touch base with her to see if she's been working on it. But yeah, that's where I'm at on that. So let's see. I worked on that for a little bit, and then let me grab my other thing. Hold on. Okay, and this is the third Mill Hill buttons and beads that I've been working on this summer, and it's Ravens. Now this project I started, I think, Halloween 2 years ago, probably 2018. I started it, then I put it away, and then I brought it out, I think, for Stitch Mania, and worked on it for like a day in 2019. And then in 2020, I worked on it again. I don't know why this Mill Hill kit is taking me so long to do, but I have definitely this month in July made the most progress on it that I have all along. And I was hoping to show you that I finished all the stitching, but it was a good time to record today, and probably better than it will be tomorrow, and tomorrow I'll probably have the stitching done because I only have a little bit of gray left to do, just a tiny bit up in this area right here, and then it'll be ready for the beading. So maybe about an hour's worth of stitching left to do on it. And then I will have 3 buttons and beads that are just waiting for their beads. And I do have every intention of doing those here pretty soon because I really do enjoy that part. So that's not all though. I do have one more new start. So I've really been getting the itch to have some new starts lately. Oh, I just, I'll just think, oh, I really want to start all the things, and I don't know, kind of going back and forth, and then I think, no, let me just finish what I'm working on. But then my husband and I started listening to an audiobook, and I was upstairs, and I didn't have this stitching with me, but next to me I did have a kit that I had already pretty much had the floss and everything sorted on it. It was kind of sitting right next to my bed, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to just grab that and start it. So I just sort of matter-of-factly had a new start the other night of this one right here. It's called Flowers and Hummingbirds, and it's a very appropriate time of year to be doing that because the hummingbirds are starting to show up in my yard again. This is all I've gotten done on it so far, but I can tell it's going to be a fairly easy stitch. So I just started up in that upper left corner right up there, and I'm really excited and really happy that I did this, and it's just taking everything I have to not work on it and finish my ravens. So what I'm doing is keeping this upstairs so that I actually have to physically go upstairs and get it if I want to stitch, whereas ravens is right next to me. And I keep it on my deck, which is where I sit most of the time when I stitch. So as just a matter of convenience, I'll work on this before I work on the other one. Of course, I went up and got it and brought it down for this video, so now it is now sitting next to me on the deck. But I will, as soon as I'm done recording, I'm going to go put it back up on my bed, by my bed, so that I only stitch on it when we're listening to our audiobook at night. All right. Now, that being said, let me pause while I collect my thoughts and figure out what else I want to say in this clip. Okay, so not only did I collect my thoughts, but I actually went upstairs and collected some kits to talk about. Because I'm always in the mood to stitch Halloween, but just lately I have really, really been getting in the mood to stitch all the Halloween stuff. So I was kind of digging through, looking at the Mill Hill kits that I have that are Halloween related and that I already had in my stash. So I had this one here that's Tombstone, which is cute. And then I've got this little Wendy's cat, it's called. And those are the only small ones that I have right now in my stash, but the other ones, I probably just showed these in May, but I'll just show them to you again. There's Moonlit Kitties, which I love. Oh, I just love all these so much. They do take longer to stitch, the buttons and beads. I'll just drop that one. Okay, then we've got Moonlit Treaters. That one looks a lot like, so when I look at that, that looks tedious to me. Actually, all these do, because for some reason, like with this one, I have trouble stitching in a circular pattern. I always lose my place, and I had to do, well, I made some mistakes and had to do some frogging, because when I just go in a circle for some reason, I have a hard time keeping track. So you can tell this one's going to have sort of a circular pattern in it, and so is that one. So yeah, we'll see how I do with it, but I don't know, you can make a mistake on those and it's not really that noticeable. So those are the ones that I already had, but I have been on a little shopping spree, because if you guys don't watch Michelle over at Michelle's Romantic Tangle, I will link her channel below. She just recently, I love her videos, she has these really short and sweet videos that she does, you know, several times a week. So I gotta hand it to her, because that is no easy task to record that often. And she does a lot of thrift store shopping, and she's just always looking for vintage things. I just love it. I love her channel, and she has a very peaceful, relaxing voice to listen to. So a lot of times I fall asleep when I'm listening to her, because she just has a nice calming voice. But anyway, that being said, it's not because she's boring, it's just because I'm usually listening to her late at night and I'm tired. Anyway, and I don't think, she doesn't think she's heard this anywhere, and neither do I, but she kind of just wanted to know if there was something called Floss-O-Ween. And it's kind of would be like, what's it called? Flossmas at Christmas, or, you know, all those just are kind of where you just, Michelle, you didn't really specify what it is that Floss-O-Ween is, but I'm guessing what it is you just do something in October, whether you want to, you know, it's kind of like a Stitch Mania type thing where you just kind of make your own rules. It's just you do something fun, Halloween stitching related, I guess, in the month of October. I could have that completely wrong, so anyway, I'm going to link the channel below where she talks about it, because she kind of just said, hey, anybody want to play along? You know, let's do it. Well, when she said that, immediately I thought to myself, okay, that's all the excuse that I needed to go out and buy all of the new Mill Hill fall and Halloween kits that I've been wanting to get. So I have them all on order. I haven't received them yet. And I think I'm going to have kind of like what I did for Mill Hill Mania, where I did a bunch of Mill Hill kits, and I was like able to stitch them all in like a day or two. I'm going to have you look at this because I did already get one of the new ones. So I'll put this here so you can look at it. It's called Haunted Lantern. And I love it, and it's definitely going to be the ones that I'm going to start for Floss-O-Ween. And the other ones I ordered are all small. I don't think I'm going to do any more of the big ones because, as you can see, that from what I just showed you, I already have some big ones to do. So Floss-O-Ween, if you want to partake in that, like I said, I'm talking about it when I don't even necessarily know. She kind of basically just said, hey, let's do this. And so I said, that sounds like an excuse to stitch a bunch of Halloween things and start a bunch of things. So that's what I'm going to do for my Floss-O-Ween. Will I record it? I don't know. I'd love to do a daily vlog, but October is sort of hit or miss as far as how busy it is. In years past, it can be kind of a hectic month, but you know, 2020, who knows? It's anybody's guess what October is going to be like this year. So I'm not going to promise that I'm going to record anything, but I'm definitely going to record the aftermath of it. All right, I think that's all I have to say. I may upload this now, or I may wait and add more onto the end. Hey guys, it's August 14th and it is World Cross Stitch Day. I never remember about this day and it always sneaks up on me and I don't ever usually plan anything for it, and I have to say the same thing happened this year. So I am going to maybe try to get this video up today, but it's pretty late in the afternoon and I still have to edit it, but maybe that will be my contribution, is that I get a video up for, I'll actually get a FlossTube video up for World Cross Stitching Day. I did do a little bit of stitching this morning, but as you can see, what you're looking at right there is one of my finished Mill Hill kits, because I could not upload this video without showing you at least a finish on these kits that you've been watching me stitch in this video. So there it is. I think it turned out so cute. Let me get a little close-up of it here so you can see all the beads. So sparkly. and I just think it's just turned out so cute. I just love these Mill Hill kits. I never would have thought I was going to do so many of these this year, but it's definitely been a Mill Hill summer. A year. Well, okay, not year. I guess I didn't really start off the year, but May started it off with Mill Hill Mania, and then I continued on throughout the summer with these, and yep, just letting you stare at that for a little bit because it's just so cute. But that's not all. I actually got another one done too. And I have to say, this is probably my favorite. Look at those colors, guys. Now, I think if you remember, well, of course you remember because you just saw it. Yeah, okay, it's been some time for me, but for you, it's just been a minute or so since that last clip. And I said I wasn't going to stitch all of the extra green around here, that I was just going to try and stitch real close to the actual main part of this, because I am going to cut it out actually just like you do the small ones. I'm going to cut out real close to that. So I sort of just went around and sort of you know, just did the light area just right around the edges and kind of filled in everything. So it's actually full coverage. You know, I filled in all the spots in there with that light green color. And I'm going to cut it out and then maybe mount it on like some, oh, maybe like a canvas with some scrapbook paper behind it and sort of make it so it kind of pops out a little bit. I really wish I would have done that to be able to show you. But no, I didn't. I barely just got the stitching done, so. Oh, but I'm going to let you stare at that for a minute too, because it's just so pretty. And I hope the lighting is just really capturing how sparkly it is. Look at the body with those iridescent beads. I think it's just amazing. This is probably one of my most favorite buttons and beads that I've done so far. But that's not all. I actually finished ravens too. Whoa, look at that. Look at those purple beads on those ravens. And I think I was calling these tombstones down here, but yeah, it's clearly a fence. I mean, it could be tombstones, but I think it's a fence. And then all those little pumpkins down there. So cute. So this one had a lot more stitching and a lot less beads. But yes, I'm happy to have this one done. This one was a long time, took me a long time to do, and I don't know why. It wasn't that hard. But after the last clip, I actually continued on and I finished this one, and then I went back and finished the monarch butterfly, and then finished off last night with the conch shell. So I'll just let you stare at that for a minute too. Oh man, those purple beads. Those are just, it's really picking it up nicely there. I just love it. I can't wait to display this in a frame. And while I'm at it, I'm going to also show you the update with the hummingbird. So this is my little project bag that I have the hummingbird in here. This project, the dimensions, what's it called? Flowers and Hummingbird. And I did do a little bit of stitching on that too. And I'll show you where I'm at with that. So I got the curtain done. So I'm getting ready to do the flowers. The petunias here, and then the hummingbird will be over there. So let's see, you can kind of see sort of there. Yes, so I got that area right back there done. And I am just dying to get to that little hummingbird because I'm all about hummingbirds right now. What I'm going to do at the end of this is, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen some footage of a little hummingbird I had coming to my feeder. And then I'll post the same footage that I posted on Instagram. I'll post here because I know there are some of you that aren't on Instagram that would probably appreciate seeing that. So yeah, that's it. I was going to continue working on this, but I thought maybe, just maybe for World Cross Stitching Day, I might start something new. So this is the one that I'm really kind of dying to start, but I don't know. I just don't know if I want to start something new, because if I start it, then I'll probably put the hummingbird off to the side, because then I'll be all about wanting to stitch this one. And then, of course, there's no hope of me getting back to balloon glow. And, oh yes, I'm so glad I remembered to say this so I didn't have to turn my camera back on. But I had mentioned in the previous clip about Floss-O-Ween. It's Floss-O-Ween. That's being hosted by Michelle at Michelle's Romantic Tangle in October, and wants anybody that wants to join along or do your version of it. So I really, really would like to do that. Oh, but I don't know. I don't know. That's a lot. I'm thinking what I might do is maybe pre-record some Halloween videos, and then all I have to do is upload them in October. So maybe I'll do that. But it's really hard. I really want to dive into some Halloween and fall stitching kits right now. But, oh, remember I told you I was waiting on one. I still haven't got the kits, so I can't show you those anyway. But I'll save that for Floss-O-Ween. All right, guys, I think that's it. I really want to thank you again for stopping by and watching my what's going to end up being titled my summer stitching vlog, because yeah, it's kids go back to school on Monday, which for us means the same thing that it always has, online school, so really not much different for us there. I will now have a 10th grader and a 12th grader this year. Yikes! So, yeah, I hope, however you guys are dealing with the whole back to school thing, that you're managing it okay. It's a very stressful time. And, yeah, reach out to me if you need any tips on homeschooling. I've been doing it a while. Online schooling, I guess I should say. Yes. All right. Well, I think that's it, guys. You know me and my conclusions. I just drone on forever. So I just need to say goodbye. And I hope that you all have a wonderful World Cross-Stitching Day today, and that you did something fun for it. Let me know, actually, in the comments below. I love to hear comments. I love to engage in the comments, so feel free. We can chat about anything you want. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching, and I will try to see you in October in some form or another. Maybe it won't be till the end of October when I've already stitched, and then I can just show you what I've done. Or maybe, just maybe, I'll do a vlog. Okay, guys, have a wonderful day. And it's Friday too, so that's even better. All right, bye guys.